Okay, guys, I'm going to do an update real quick at the beginning of this video. I did not know it before I put my Forgotten Angels video together, but you will hear me saying this: the FXR is going to be raffled off July the 1st. That's not the case. This will be a month-long wait for the FXR because he is giving away 2 FXRs. So disregard what I said about the FXR being given away July the 1st. That isn't going to happen. I will put out a new video a little bit later on in the week updating all this stuff. So just kind of ignore that. Hope y'all enjoy this video.
All right. Tell you what, guys. Before we dive into the subject of today's episode, I'm going to let Shade Tree Surgeon tell you exactly what he thinks about the next giveaway bike. Josh, take it away.
Finally got the bike good. I rode around a little bit yesterday. Shelby rode around and really gave it the beans. This sucker is ready to rock and roll. Damn, that starts right up, dude. Well, you know, this is not my bike to tinker around with. This is a raffle bike. This bike already belongs to someone else. We just don't know who it is yet. And hell, they might not have even bought their ticket for it yet. But when it's a raffle bike, when someone's going home with this thing, man, I want to make sure it's done up right. So I'll do some things on it for sure, but when it comes right down to it, I'm going to let the experts handle the stuff that needs an expert, like what we did with Shelby last night. While I'm certainly capable of making the bike run, Shelby makes them run like they should. Well, this thing is rowdy. It's just crazy when you get on this and you're like, damn, dude, Evos are really capable of this. Of course, the Evo I'm used to riding around had nowhere near this power, dude. I'm just used to riding around like a 100,000 mile low compression in the rear cylinder Evo. Then I get on this thing and I'm just like, all right, ramming speed, baby. That's what it feels like. That's what a hot Evo ought to feel like when you twist the throttle wide open. Oh, yeah. Good engine, good brakes. Man, this bike is ready to roll, dude.
All right, guys, so there it is. The next Forgotten Angels giveaway bike, a 1992 FXR. Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you, that might be one of the stoutest FXRs I've seen, especially coming from the early 90s. But I tell you, those single cam Evos, they hit different. As we're rolling down the road on Blue Moon, so welcome back to Rolling with T-Bone. I'm gonna try to cut my entrance up, make it a little shorter. I hope y'all got to see that. But man, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome on in. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content, and well, any kind of content really. If you're old here, welcome back. You know what's happening. As like I said, we're rolling down the road on the Blue Moon. 1992 FXR, guys. That's a good looking bike too. I ain't gonna lie to you, that thing's clean, especially like I said, to be a 92 model. Most 92 models, they got a little more patina on them. But that's a good looking bike. So like it is, guys, you know the rules. If you'll head over to Shade Tree Surgeon's channel on YouTube, click down just on his last video he shot. You'll find just a link in his description called Raffle Creator. It's going to take you to a link that's going to say that you're buying a chance to win a home or to win $250,000. That is the link you want to click on. That's where you want to buy that raffle ticket, because the way Josh does it is from his last drawing till his next drawing in that 2-week period. Whoever buys a raffle ticket within that 2-week period, just that pool is where he draws the winner for the raffle bike. And you're still in the running to win a house or $250,000. It's your choice, really. But good looking FXR. You've got, today's like June the 24th, 25th, something like that. Next Friday, July the 1st, if you don't have your camera laying on, or calendar laying around. Next Friday, go over to Shadetree Surge's channel. He usually starts somewhere around 6:30ish, somewhere in that area. And he'll have a live chat on his video, and he'll talk to everybody for a little while. And then after a certain amount of time, he'll start doing the countdown, and then he does the drawing live, and he will call you and say, hey, you won the bike. Very cool. But it's not just about winning something for $25. Even if you don't win a bike, you don't win the house, your $25 went to help a good cause, which is Forgotten Angels. You know, helping kids who have aged out of the foster system. That's what all this is about. And you know, somebody asked me the other day, they said, don't you feel bad using Shadetree Surgeon, putting him in your videos? Isn't that kind of like chasing clout? No, because Josh told me to do it. Oh, Shadetree said, what's mine is yours, brother. So no, I'm not chasing clout. I doubt I've gotten 3 or 4 more subscribers on my channel because of the Forgotten Angel videos. But July the 1st, that's when the drawing is. And then after that, there will be another drawing in the next 2 weeks. And it goes on, and I'm not sure how long Josh is going to try to keep that up with the bikes. If it was me, and it was just me, I would put the bike giveaway at once a month. Less bikes to have to try to come up with to raffle off. Plus, it gives people a little more time to decide if they want to buy a ticket on that particular bike. But hey, if he's got it laying around to do it every 2 weeks, I'm in. I'm here for it. I'm just saying that's what I would do. I'd make it a little bit easier on myself. But Josh he doesn't strike me as the type of guy that's going to make things easy on himself. Because literally one of his favorite sayings is, if you're going to be stupid, you got to be tough. But yeah, the raffle creator guys, go click that link. Get in the chance, man. 92 FXR. When was the last time you saw a 92 FXR that wasn't clapped out? It's been a while for me. And of course, we're all about the Dynas and the 90s on my channel. The Springer's a 92, Blue Moon's a 97. You ain't broke my heart at all talking about the 90s. All right, guys. So one of the things I want to talk about in today's video, this was actually a request from R1. She said I should put this in a video and talk about it. I agree completely. I know June is Pride Month, but June is also Men's Mental Health Month. That may catch some of y'all off guard. When I first heard it, it caught me off guard. But yes, there is a Men's Mental Health Month, and this is it, June. You know, I know men are not supposed to talk about getting in their feelings and all this stuff, but if you know a man in your life, whether it be a friend, brother, cousin, husband, boyfriend, whatever, ask him if he's okay. Anything you need to talk about, everything good with you, because there's people out there going through a lot of stuff, guys. And you know, I know it's not macho for men to talk about their feelings or whatever, but men have feelings. Men have a lot of stuff on their mind. I know the feminists don't like that, but men have a lot of stuff on their mind, especially when they're going through things in their life. And you know, the other day I was at a place, and Brother Rob Gibson, man that I'm a Mason with, you know, asked me how R1 was doing, and then he said, okay, how are you doing? And I talked to him a little bit, and Rob, you never know what that meant to me, brother, because you're not the only one who does that. There's other people, but you were the last one that did it, and that meant a lot. Just, hey, how are you doing? I know you're going through a lot of stuff in your life. Are you okay up here? Because it's not a macho thing. It's not a man thing. It's not a I'm so tough. It's a real thing. Men get depressed. Absolutely. Men get, you know, they lose their confidence. Absolutely. And I'll tell you, I ain't afraid to tell you, this stuff that R1 has been going through, I have never in my life felt so helpless, because I just want to take it all away from her. I want her to be good. If she's good, I'm good. I'm holding the rest of it together. You know, mentally, I've been having to hold myself together my whole life. After my mom got murdered, you know, my dad wasn't a Philly, we're going to talk about how things are guy. I didn't really have that in my life. Everybody seemed like they just kind of wanted to squash it, forget it, and let it go. But yeah, guys, I mean, you know, it's a very real thing. Men's mental health. You know, men suffer from stressful times too. It's not just you ladies that do. You know, men do it too. But so June is Men's Mental Health Month. Honestly, I didn't know it. And now thinking back, I think I actually heard Jared Weems over at Weems Motor Co. Check Jared out on YouTube. He's got a good channel, guys. Weems Motor Co. W-E-E-M-S Motor Co. But he said, you know, June's Mental Health Month. Are y'all good? And that means a lot. That just shows whether someone actually cares about their fellow human being or not. It's not just about when you're good, when you're bad, stay away from me. And I know so many people right now that are going through hard times, going through harder times than I am. And you know, as men, we don't ask each other that question enough. We don't ask, hey, are you all right, enough. And it ain't just men. I mean, boys, high school boys, you know, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life. Of course, they might be chasing a little girlfriend. Mental health is a very important thing. And yeah, I just spent a lot that, you know, a brother would come up and say, hey, are you good? And on the broad spectrum, guys, I'm great. I'm fine. Could things be better? The only way things could be better for me is if R1 was completely healthy. And she'll get there. It's just a process. And she's going through the process. So, you know, we just have to, life storms, sometimes you can't just wish them away. You got to ride them out. And right now we're just having to ride her storm out. But she'll get better. She'll get there. But, because I know somebody asked me the other day, they're like, man, I've been watching your videos. Usually by now you've already went across the Cherahalla and the tail of the dragon. You went here and you went there. And yeah, my rides have been a lot shorter here lately because I go back home. You know, as soon as I get off work, I go home. I don't, you know. But I've also been taking R1 on rides trying to get her built up. And I've got some time off from work coming up pretty soon, so I'm sure that Cherahalla ride will probably be happening here in the next couple of weeks or so. That's my plan anyway. But, you know, it's funny. It's just funny how society treats men and women different about things, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, if you got a friend, a man, ask him if he's good. It's just a small gesture that can go a long, long way. But yeah, here we are, guys. I hope y'all are enjoying your sunny days. Man, it rained like crazy the last week or so. But tell you what, guys, I think I'm just going to simp on into town here real quick. I'll catch y'all here in just a minute. Alright guys, so if y'all watched the last video, you saw me and Milkman stop at a restaurant and eat the East Side Grill. And if you remember in the video, I said we can't go nowhere without buying bikes. This is the bike that he bought from the gentleman that owns the East Side Grill. It's a 2001 Harley Davidson Softail. And you know what? We're getting ready to ride it. Let's check it out. All right, guys. So, a 2001 Heritage Softail. I'm telling you right now, guys, these bikes right here are pulling it down right now. These Softails are. 2001. Now the Fat Boy, which for those of y'all who kind of wonder, a Fat Boy and a Heritage Softail are basically the exact same motorcycle, except the Heritage comes from the factory with saddlebags, usually a windshield, and a different seat. Now I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This thing is comfortable. Holy smoke. Yeah, I pulled up and he said, take it around the 8 Mile. I said, is this the one that you was buying from old boy? He said, yep. You know, I know we're always talking about how good the single cam Evos sound, but if these twin cam Evos like this and Big Papa, which Big Papa has the Vance and Hines short shots on it, but if they're right, they're right. They sound good. And this bike right here, guys, just like sitting on a freaking recliner riding down the road, which is about like Big Papa just sitting on a recliner riding down the road. If it was my bike, I'd probably, I don't know, I'd probably put the windshield. No, I wouldn't. Never mind. That's a lie. I about lied to you. But I'd put a crash bar on front for sure. Because when I bought Big Papa, he did not have a crash bar. And that was the very first thing I ordered for Big Papa was the highway bar, they call it. We call it crash bars down here in the woods. But I'll tell you what, this thing is nice. Man, it's comfortable. Shifts through all the gears smooth. If you're wanting a bike that you can lay down some heavy miles on, this is absolutely the bike. I don't care much for the Staghorn handlebars, but they're not uncomfortable. That's actually a pretty comfortable position to have your hands, which I don't know with y'all being up top, I don't know how much you're seeing. Oh, God, this thing sits comfortable, man. Wow. I could see crunching out several miles on this motorcycle. Several miles. And of course, black and chrome is the color theme. But guys, if you're wanting to, if you'd like to get into a Softail, Milkman says he's going to sell this one, and it can be yours for about $6,000. But you know, money talks. Money talks. But this would not be a bad investment, because I know when he got it, he put a complete new fuel system in it. Everything in the fuel system was replaced. New battery, it's got a new battery on it. And I don't think it had the saddlebags on it when he got it, so he put them on it. But man, this is just a get down and just get comfortable and just ride. Ride, ride, ride. That's what this bike is. Get on it and go. Just ride. Yeah, it'll get on out of its way too. I like that. I'll tell you what, guys. And in all seriousness, this video's been all over the place, I know, but if I could just break poetic here for a second, or wax philosophical, you can ride whatever kind of motorcycle you want to ride, whether it be a Dyna. Some people only ride rigid choppers. Some people will only ride Ironheads. Some people will only ride Evo Sportsters. Some people only ride Dynas, Lowriders, Super Glides. There are some people who will only ride, you know, road glides, street glides. But if you want the most comfortable ride that I feel Harley Davidson makes, you gotta get a Softail. Big twin, Softail, that's where it's at. That's why I got 2 Softails myself. Springer's a Softail, of course Big Papa's Fat Boy. Yeah, I mean, there is no more comfortable ride than a Softail. You talking about dad ventures now, you can have a dad venture on this bike because you can crush your miles out on it. Tell you what guys, we're gonna jump out here. Oh man. I'm telling you boys, it'll fly. It'll get on out of its way, but I'm telling you, just out here on the highway, guys, feet kicked out up here on the floorboards, and you just set it up there to about 55, 65, according to where you're riding at. It's got cruise control on it, throttle lock, which I call cruise control, and you just let it do its thing, baby. You just let it do its thing. And what is its thing? Its thing's getting you to where you want to go comfortably as possible. Yeah, it's a Softail. What do you expect? I mean, Softail do their thing, you know, they do their thing. I could absolutely see crushing out a lot of them. I like this seat. Man, the seat on this thing is actually comfortable. I like it. But like I said, guys, about 6 up. Money talks. Man, this thing right here creates wind, guys. It moves the needle for sure. I'm not even sure my audio's coming in. But man, you talk about a cruiser. This bike right here, the Fat Boy, the Softail in any form. If you're looking up the definition of the word cruiser, that you're just going to sit back, cruise down the road, and just be comfortable doing it, this is the bike that's under the picture of the definition of cruiser, because this thing is comfortable, very comfortable. I like it a lot, actually. I might like it a little too much. You ever think about that? But this is just like sitting on Big Papa. Ours are different, but you know, that's why I say Big Papa is mine and R1's family car, because when I get on Big Papa, I'm serious about crushing out some miles. I mean, we go on rides on Big Papa, sometimes we're going 6-7 hours. You know, are we doing 500-600 miles? No, but it's nothing to jump on Big Papa and crush out a 250-mile cruise around in the mountains up, you know, maybe the Cherahalla Skyway, the Tail of the Dragon. But I tell you what, guys, this bike is going to be at Appalachian Mountain Rides if you want to get in on it. If you want to hook this thing up for yourself, you swing in here and you talk to Milkman, and you just tell him that you saw this on Appalachian Mountain Rides, or I mean Rolling with T-Bone. You tell him you want to see the bike that was on Rolling with T-Bone, because I mean, it rides great. I mean, this thing tracks perfect. The engine sounds good, pipes sound great. But I'll tell you what, guys, that's it. I know I was kind of all over the place a little bit with this video, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call her a quits right here. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Go to Google either Forgotten Angels or go to Shadetree Surgeon's channel. get your raffle ticket for that 92 FXR he's got going on. And like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're over on Facebook, hit that like, share button, send a friend request. But I tell you what, guys, I think I'm gonna pretty well much call this video done. And remember, men's mental health, guys. But I'll tell you what, till the next time, I'm T-Bone. This has been Rolling with T-Bone. Y'all take care of yourselves and take care of each other.